Well, hello, welcome to episode 8 now?
You can count them, but I have no idea.
I think it's episode 8. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and that.
All of that.
Yeah.
2019.
Big year.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't know yet. It's only just started. We've got a special guest with us today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Amity, and I'm the special guest on today's show.
Yeah. And, 2019, new things, new beginnings, innit? We're actually recording it.
Hey.
You can see our faces. You can see our faces now. So this will be on YouTube when I edit it. So the audio will probably come out first then.
Yeah.
And then I shall edit it and put it on YouTube. But it's going to be like a really crap, like there's not going to be an intro or anything because I need to make that.
Just fade in.
It should just simply fade in, fade out. No credits, nothing. So this episode we're thinking about 2018 and the good and the bad. So we're just going to talk about that for however long it takes. Because a lot of shit happened last year. A lot of good and a lot of bad.
A lot of bad. More bad than ever, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's more... See, I always feel like when people say a lot of bads happen, you have to look at it like,
It's just
did a lot of
pushed
bad
to
happen?
you.
Or is there been like a big media push
Yeah.
for that bad? Because like, let's say knife crime now, yes, there's meant to be an increase in knife crime. I'm not trying to say that there isn't because I haven't got any facts and figures to back it up.
Yeah.
But the way I say it, there's also been like a big media push, like to push forward knife crime.
I know it's been in EastEnders, it's been
Exactly.
in all kinds of shows.
And what's funny with knife crime and sort of the emergence of knife crime is it's right alongside Brexit.
How so?
Because you always have to look at, so knife crime has been pushed, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but then Brexit is something that's constantly has been happening for like the last 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I always I look at knife crime in the sense that is it a way for us to stop looking at Brexit and stop asking questions about Brexit and to switch our attention to, this is all me speculating now, because I always speculate, is it a way for us to switch our attention away from Brexit to talk about this issue here?
I think if you were going to talk about the royal wedding and Meghan Markle and stuff
Mhm.
that it doesn't really matter to people,
Mhm.
then yeah. But I think in the instance of knife crime, maybe that's the media's agenda,
Yeah.
but I think it still is a valid issue for them to spend that time on because it does
Mm.
affect people every day, doesn't it?
It does, it scares people. Did you see that video of, what's that prick's name? Piers Morgan.
Well,
No,
he
what's
has an
it?
opinion on everything, innit?
Yeah,
he's like the male version of Katie Hopkins. He's terrible.
Honestly, how are those two people... he's not as bad as her, because he doesn't... he says some outlandish things, but he's not,
He's got
overtly racist with the things he says. And yeah, there's a video of him talking to a black man who sort of deals with knife crime within the community. Like, he has his own charity that deals with it. Because I think he's... Don't quote me. I think either his son got stabbed but survived. Something like he's been impacted by knife crime, let's say. And the guy completely owns him because
Piers.
yeah, no, yeah, he the black guy owns Piers
Oh.
because Piers was trying to push this agenda but the black community really needs to look in within because it's always black on black kids. It's always black on black. It's always black on black. It's always, so they should be doing something to stop it. And then this guy was trying to say well, what is the government doing to help communities in dealing with knife crime? Like, after school projects get cut, there's nothing for some kids to do, after school. Once they're finished from school, they're just out, left in the world. Like, when I was growing up, there's loads of stuff. There was, loads of stuff to do, after school. That didn't involve your school, let's say, but involved, stuff within the community, I can't think of what they call it,
social clubs after school.
Yeah.
Community centres and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. There was
You can go chill and play pool with all your
exactly.
friends and stuff.
There was all those things that kids could do to stay away from that, but now they're it's attractive.
to hang out
Yeah.
on road
Mhm.
and see each other.
Mhm.
What about drill? Does that kind of mix
Play-
into it?
I you can't blame a whole music genre for a thing.
I think it's...
It influences.
It's an expression of what people actually go through.
Exactly.
It's not fair to put a cap on it.
No. I don't think you should censor it, because that's what people are trying to say, censor it. Censorship
that's wrong.
Yeah, censorship
wrong.
is wrong in general. So I don't think censorship is what you should be trying to do. But saying it doesn't play a part in some of the things, because like, you know, when you listen to certain songs, it puts you in a certain headspace. Like if I'm going out to kill someone, I'm not going to start listening to Michael Jackson, am I?
No.
Or like, I'm not going to start listening to Beyonce. I'm going to listen to something that's just going to get me like
pumped and amped.
Yeah, like
in
that.
the zone.
It's talking about that, like. So, but I'm not saying blame drill. No, you shouldn't. But it does. It plays a part. It has some influence in it, and people should be held accountable.
But then you got to think, like, where did the drill come from? It came from people that have been forced to be in those situations.
Yeah, and now they're expressing themselves.
Exactly.
That's what like rap, same thing. Like,
so, what happened when he owned Piers Morgan? That's what I want to know.
Oh, listen, like I'll put a link. Oh, we can do that now. I'll put the link to the video underneath our video so you can watch it. I'll send you the link as well. It is beautiful. Like, for once, Piers had nothing to say. Like, he had no retort, nothing to say, no comeback. He just had to shut up and listen. Because, like, it's one of that, you can't be a white person to talk about a black issue to a black person. Like, you're not educated well enough on that.
I mean, you can.
If
where he's coming
exactly,
from.
He's coming from a place that's too far away. If you're within that culture, if you're within that community, yes, of course you can speak in it, because that's something you see around you. But you're coming from a place of wealth, of higher class, of your kids don't experience that.
Yeah.
You will never experience that. You are safe. You're coming from a place of safety. That's what I mean. I'm not saying white people can't talk about it, but white people who live that, who are within that minority group, can talk about it, because that's what they see. That's what they experience. Him, nah.
Same way, he's speculating as well, though.
Well,
Piers Morgan.
Yeah, speculation.
Nothing wrong with speculation.
No, anyone can have an opinion, but don't try to pass off your opinion as a solution or as fact.
And he does do that.
Yeah.
He dictates his opinion.
The one time I agreed with Piers Morgan this year was when he tweeted about the plus size model.
What did he say? He
was like, "This is unhealthy." Do you know what plus size model I'm talking about?
Possibly. There's a few in the spotlight right now.
Holiday.
I think so.
She's disgusting to me, and I'm not even. And it's not even about me saying.
A bit of a sellout.
Who her?
Yeah.
Why'd you say that?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Is that why?
No, it's because like, we can't sit around and say like being obese is something good. It's really not, and
definitely.
being anorexic is not good as well. You need to find the middle ground. Like, she's on the far end of, like, she's actually fucking obese. That's unhealthy. And it's great to be confident within yourself. It's great to be, you know, to love your body. But not that. Not that. And so, like, people are probably going to be mad. I don't really care. Like, that is wrong. That, to me, is wrong. You shouldn't be trying to push. You should be pushing for people to love themselves, but still try to get rid of it. Not saying, like...
Yeah, but for some people, or for some women, there's that awkward dynamic of you are trying and nothing's working. And I don't know her situation. I don't know whether she's naturally thick or whether, like, I don't know what's going on there. But you can imagine how upset you would be if everyone's telling you, you are unhealthy because you look unhealthy, but you're like, what am I meant to do? I'm stuck in my body. I eat like salads all day. I exercise. I'm not dropping the weight. So then there's that awkward thing is maybe what predicament she's in, which is that she's got to own it. She's got to own it. And do you remember Katie Hopkins?
Yeah,
do you remember what she did?
What did she do?
Where she was cursing out fat people and saying, you lot are disgusting, you do it to yourselves, this and that. Just being like really awful.
I wouldn't go that far.
And then what happened? She put on weight, became fat, and she couldn't lose it and started crying.
Oh, man.
No, what? I swear she put on weight to prove a point that it is easy to lose weight.
Yeah, but she found it wasn't, and she was...
Did she lose it?
Like, she's lost it now, but she found...
It was hard.
But she thought it would just be like, oh, I put on all this weight and I just carry on with my routine and it's all going to come off me, which is the solution to an extent. And she found that actually you've got to put on... It's harder to lose weight than to put it on.
So you say that,
And she
but
was
for someone like
crying.
me, for someone like me, it's hard to put on weight.
Well, you guys are lucky. It's not hard for me.
Yeah, like it's hard. But like, see, let me just catch my. There's videos of her, this Tess Holiday, like she's sitting down eating a whole fucking cake.
It's kind of
As
like food porn, isn't it?
Yeah, as like a fuck you haters. Look at me, I'm still gonna be eating like it was on her Instagram, innit? She was eating cake, and I was just like, yeah, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it.
So what's
Yeah, like, but it's unhealthy though.
She probably knows it's unhealthy, but she just doesn't care.
Yeah. Does she ever speak about like those kind of things?
I don't know. You'd have to go on her Instagram and look through her videos.
Like, does she
I think
ever
in
promote
interviews,
healthiness or?
that's the thing. Like, I need to actually read an interview because if she does, then I'll give her a pass. But I think when images like that, as much as they give people confidence, I think it's also negative in turn, where it's like some people might just accept the fact that they are going to be fat and not actually try to lose that weight. I just accept the fact that like she's doing it, maybe I can do it too. Like just keep that weight, doesn't matter. Like when in reality it's not exactly good. Now doctor is gonna look at you and say, oh, you're fine. Yeah. Carry on doing what you're doing. But I think at least try to lose weight. Try to, just make an effort. No one's saying, oh, you have to lose all that weight in an instant. Like
Some people are though. That's the thing.
Oh no, that's the wrong approach. It takes time. Like people who've, like there's a guy called Boogie. He's a YouTuber, and he spoke about like the troubles. Because he was fat. Like he's lost a lot of weight, and that's taken him years.
Through surgery.
Yeah, he had surgery as well done, but he had to lose weight before he can get that surgery. So like, it's effort, it's time, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it because you'll probably feel happy. Because he even spoke out like, being fat, like as much as I can be confident with myself, deep down I know it makes me sad. So
definitely.
Well, I'll go on to
but in her situation, what would she gain from losing weight?
I don't know. True.
That's true.
Because she makes money from it.
Exactly. That's her whole brand out the window.
Yeah, she has a husband, kids, so she already has what she needs. So she's kosher.
She gets to live and eat and live her best life. To be honest with you,
yeah, and she gets paid a good amount to be fat. I mean, it's the same as models getting paid a good amount to be skinny.
I know what side I'd rather be on though.
Yeah.
I'd rather be on the fat side.
Really?
But I wouldn't want to be fat.
Yeah, because
I wouldn't want to be overweight. It doesn't make me happy, but I would be much happier living that life and getting paid for it than eating, like, as she says in Devil Wears Prada, a cube of cheese every time she feels like she's going to faint. No, thank you.
Oh, like, I love food way too much to want to be.
But you're in a situation where you can. You say you don't put on weight. You guys are lucky.
Yeah, it's a struggle. Like like this year, that's my goal.
That's been my goal every year for like the past 2 years. To put on weight. Like I'll eat a lot for like maybe 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And then the next 3 or 4 days, it'll just be average, and then the next day I'll have 2 meals in a day, and then it's just
like
shit, man.
Uni fucks up as well.
Exactly.
Uni fucks up eating.
What do you mean fucks up?
Like for me, like before I used to go like I'll eat like 3 times, 4 times a day, innit? Now I'm like twice a day.
Yeah.
Once a day, and I'm just like, fuck, this is not help. Because there's no time.
Like sometimes, like at the end of the day, I realise, wait, I ate once today. Like it's like 12 o'clock.
Oh
like,
shit! Yeah, same. Like before I was the type of person like before I leave my house, I'm definitely eating breakfast. Like,
exactly.
I'm eating Weetabix. Now I'm lucky if I eat Weetabix.
I don't even count breakfast as like part of like a meal.
That is
because I eat breakfast every morning.
I don't. Like it's a struggle for me.
You guys are living some different lives from me, boy.
Well, you don't eat breakfast every morning?
I don't have time. I forget. I can't eat early in the morning. I can't be bothered.
It's elite. It's when you get like a good boiled Weetabix.
With sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, with sugar. I can do that.
Yeah. But how many Weetabix do you have?
I'd have 2 or 3.
See, I'm different.
What?
I do like 5.
See, that's the thing. the thing with 5 is it gets stuck to the top of your mouth and you're just like, because the middle of it, because I like my wheat a bit soggy. I don't know about other people.
And I do too.
And when it's 5, it just becomes too much like a big thing of.
What you do is you break it up
porridge.
into small little pieces.
So why do you get mini Weetabixes? The mini bites.
What's the point of that? It's not enough.
They're banging. They come with chocolate in, raisins.
I'm gonna have to try it. I'm gonna have to try it. So I just break it up and then just milk just all over. Dash it in the microwave. I'll rinse 5 of them. And the worst part is, so let's say I have that, like, by the time I get to uni, by the time, like, if I have, like, a 10 a.m. lecture, by the time the lecture's done, I'm hungry again.
Exactly. And McDonald's is around the corner. It's tempting, so...
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, McDonald's is around the corner for me. Like, and that's another thing. I don't want to eat, like, fast food.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
it doesn't make a difference for me, to be honest.
Yeah, but I'm just... Mentally, I'm just like, I don't want to eat, like, chicken and chips.
You don't want to be unhealthy inside. That's a good thing.
Like, I just want to... Just don't want it. But then sometimes... like
it's convenient.
But there's that shop up there coming up or whatever.
Coming up, after hours. Yeah, you do the yardie shop. But sometimes you just need to eat healthy, but it's hard to when you're on the go all the time.
Boy, I wish I had the problem of when do I have time to eat. For me, it's more of an issue of when can I not eat.
See, I used to be
all the time.
Yeah, I used to be like that, and it was good. Like, wake up, eat. At work, I'd bring a packed lunch, some jollof rice. Sit down, I'll balance. In the canteen, I'll eat. I'll get him, I'll eat. Before I go to sleep, I'll eat. Boom, done. Eat. And then my mum will look at me like, you eat so much, and where does it go?
No,
what's this all of this?
So you're currently losing weight?
Found there's times where I'll actually lose like mad weight and I'll look really skinny, and then I'll put on the weight I lost, but I won't go past that. It's tough.
Hit the gym, protein shakes.
So, what are your New Year's resolutions?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Not even a little
It's just
thing.
another day.
Mad. What about you?
Just like what it is every year, just to be better than I was last year. Have more achievements.
Did that work out in 2018?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
Okay.
But 2019,
Progress.
I feel like it's going to be a good year.
Solid.
I
I
think
swear we say that
2017 was
every year.
bad. 2018 was good.
What?
What?
I thought 2018 was like one of the worst years.
No,
surely.
For me,
Personally,
2017.
you.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
For me personally, 2017 was bad, and then 2018 was like it was mediocre. Like it wasn't bad, it wasn't good. There was nothing that I was like, yay about. And then so I feel like in 2019 we can only get better from here. So I'm really excited.
Can't get any worse.
This is me. I'm just cynical in it. That's why I don't do. I stopped doing New Year's resolutions. In it. Just like, what's the
Resolution is just a goal.
Yeah, but what's the point? It's like just another day. It's
No,
literally
you just
another
it's
day.
because you gotta just put it in your head that 2019 is a
No,
reset.
but
Yeah.
New you.
nah, same me, same demon. Like it's just another day.
What was yours?
Same as you, really. Just be better. Just keep climbing each year.
Okay.
2021.
I try to
reach
be.
my
I
final
do
form.
try to be better.
Hmm?
I try to be a better person.
Mm.
I try to be the nicest person I
You're a
possibly can.
demon. And you
I'm
it
actually.
raises his ugly head sometimes.
I'm really not. Like I try to be a nice person as much as I can be, but I don't. This whole New Year's thing. Like I wish people New Year's and whatever.
Yeah.
Send messages and that, but like doesn't.
So that's the thing. My New Year already starts bad because I don't send people messages. How can I possibly send everyone a message?
Don't just.
And
Send,
then I feel like I'm leaving out people. And then if you send everyone a message and leave like 2 people out.
Well, near the end of the year.
yeah, and during the year there was Eminem.
Wasn't the... Go on.
There was Eminem.
You said let's lighten it up, and now we're talking about beef. How was that?
Because beef is funny because it's not
Okay.
serious.
Wasn't there Pusha T and Drake?
Yeah, Pusha T and Drake, Eminem and
Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun
Oh, I
Kelly,
didn't follow that.
Drake and Kanye,
Drake and Kanye, yeah.
Travis Scott, no, Tory Lanez and what's his name?
I can't help you.
Yeah, so sing a song.
It's I don't know any songs. He was in a song with Eminem.
Yeah.
Great. Everyone's in a song with Eminem.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Boy, girl, white,
Man, black. Joyner Lucas.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's been loads of beef. Beef is fun because as long as no one gets hurt.
Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj. That took a majority of the year.
That's
Yeah.
like one of my favourites. Nicki
So
Minaj.
Stupid.
It's so funny.
Stupid as
so
beef.
funny.
It was over bullshit. It was over nothing.
Do you see all the videos that
Cardi
she
needs to
uploaded
chill,
that
I
time?
think.
No, I don't pay attention to it. Don't care for it.
Wait, who? What?
Cardi
Like
B.
Cardi?
Yeah, she uploaded like 10 or 12 videos explaining some shit.
What happened at the party, innit?
Yeah, I honestly can't remember it,
What?
to be honest, but
Doesn't matter.
It
it
doesn't
was
matter.
nonsense anyway.
What comes out of her mouth half the time is air.
Yeah.
It's just put out there because that's what she does, isn't it? She's a reality star, so
Exactly.
she just hypes up her audience, and I think she enjoys talking because she's an extrovert. So it's when she does those rants, I can't do them.
It's been her year though.
True.
It has.
It's been she's one of the people that can say this year was really my year. Like she
Yeah.
owned the year.
She did.
I think Nicki maybe got a bit jealous.
I feel like there was shade there.
Yeah.
I think Nicki definitely might not like certain people. She might low-key throw shade at some people. She might make things harder for some people. But I don't think Nicki Minaj came for her the way that she came back. Like, apparently she liked a picture, a comment on her Instagram about her child, Cardi B's child.
Yeah.
And from then it was just on site. And this is how I know that she was hyped already, because didn't she go to the club and with all of her girls and throw bottles at some strippers?
Yeah.
That your man
This is
was
what I don't.
cheating.
This is why I can't take her seriously.
And maybe all of these issues are from her man
Yeah, like-
not treating her right.
It's mad. I can't. Cardi B, I can't take seriously. Nicki, I can't take seriously. I just don't care. Like, I honestly do not.
But that's
care.
the thing, Nicki Minaj is not really there for you to care about her personal life because you don't put it on blast like other people.
No, she doesn't. Like all that. I think this year as well has been an advent for all this like pushing personal shit onto social media.
Definitely.
Like it's really not the one.
It's not at all
It's
like...
really not the one.
I have a feeling a lot of it is the shade room. That sounds really bad, but like when the shade room grabs something, it gets put onto all of the other platforms because they're just a big platform.
They just like, they screenshot when someone unfollowed. They're like,
Yeah.
Drake isn't following this and that. I'm like, why
does it matter?
Do you check that every day? I'm just like...
They have spies all
Everywhere.
over
Why
the
does
internet.
it matter? Like I just don't understand. Like I feel like this year, there's such a push. I think we talked about it earlier. I talked about it in one of our earlier episodes. Like, why do people care about social media so much?
It's not my fault. Basically, imagine I go on my page the other day, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I don't even know who these people are. Ari, Tiana something,
Yeah.
and G Herbo,
Yeah.
or G Herb,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, he was with Ari,
Yeah.
and then they broke up, and now he's with her. And then there was Trey Songz that was in a mess with
Where's this?
Laurie Harvey. This is all on the shade.
Wait, Steve Harvey's
okay.
daughter.
No, yeah.
Hey, she's
he's-
fire.
And
If it's the one I'm thinking
he was
about.
doing something with a porn star, and the
Mad.
porn star thought that they were together, but Laurie Harvey and him have been dating for a while, and the shade would put all this to light for me, and I shouldn't know any of these things, and now I do. So I don't think people necessarily like love social media. It's just that if that's all that you're seeing all the time, that's all you're really going to talk about. I don't like the Kardashians like that. Why are they always on the tip of my tongue? Because they're always like on the top of my explore page. Maybe I should follow more interesting pages.
Honestly, the Kardashians are never on my explore page on Insta. Never.
Really?
Never.
They're not on my
Because-
explore page though.
Because I make it a
You actively trying to
So
avoid them.
yes, I actively
Why though?
because I do not care.
But it's
But
like
if you didn't care,
if one
you
of
wouldn't
the
try and avoid them. That's the whole point. If you didn't care, it would just be there.
No, but it's one of them ones. If I see it, it's gonna annoy me, so I'm gonna avoid it. And I don't care enough to like because it's on my Insta. Like it's not there. Like it's not ever gonna be there. I can now generally say I don't care, unless someone sends me
True.
something about them. I really do not care.
you click on one picture and all
Yeah,
you get
exactly.
is like 20 more. It's bad.
And I'm not gonna go out my own way to go follow them. No, I'm good.
What's mainly on your explore page then?
Football, fruit cooking, I love seeing all these Turkish man them with their massive grills cooking up all these exotic meats.
I love watching that as well.
It just makes me hungry.
I like watching the ones where they do it in the kitchen from above as well, like the mac and cheese ones or the frat.
I like the street food vendors. That's all I see on my explore page. It's entertaining to me. And comic books and films. That's it.
Yeah, I need to stop clicking on stuff on Insta then.
And,
What's on your explore page?
And the odd Insta, you know.
Rihanna. Yeah, I have an
Just a
unholy
specific
amount.
person.
No, I swear, like I clicked on like 5 pictures of Rihanna, and now every time I go on my explore page, there's a picture of Rihanna. So I have to click on it because it's a new one. So now she's just all over my explore page. Probably like some eyelashes, a bit of news here and there. Nothing really interesting.
Yeah,
and funny stuff.
Yeah.
I love funny stuff like Mo the comedian, Jess hilarious. That's my page.
Jess is funny.
Is she actually funny?
Yeah,
She is.
Just with the mess is funny.
Have you seen the other one who acts kind of ghetto? Toya. She's got like gold teeth.
No.
Well, I thought that personality, which is quite ghetto, was her personality, and then I found out it's not. It's just her act, and I was like, "What? Comedians have acts these days? Like, what's this?"
Mo the
Same as
comedian.
Michael Blackson. He's got an African accent.
No, he doesn't.
Really?
No, he did know.
No,
Yeah, he's proper like.
I'm sucked
He's
in.
got like an American accent. I've
Yeah,
heard him
Michael.
speak
He's
like that.
funny though. He's actually fucking funny. Michael Blackson's funny, and he doesn't care. I like him. He doesn't care. He does not give a fuck. He will say whatever he wants.
That's a good trait.
Which is
to have.
refreshing. It's refreshing. It's like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's had a great year. He's another one that's had a great year this year.
How's it gone for him?
Fantastic. The Netflix specials were great.
I feel isn't that the only two
Yeah,
things?
fantastic.
Just
But
the two
did
specials.
but
He's had a great year.
no, but do you know how much
Just
money?
two
Do you know how much money he made from those specials?
Yeah,
Exactly.
but-
Great year.
According to
If-
Cat Williams, however many tickets he sold at his last show.
Cat is just chatting. You know, it's just nah. But Cat Williams was funny when he railed on Tiffany. Tiffany's had a good year.
Yeah, she's had a very good year.
Yeah, she's
In
had.
terms of what?
In terms of the film
She's
success.
been all over.
She's been in, like,
everywhere.
She's been
films.
all over producing Netflix.
Yeah.
She's
Okay, I
been
don't know
all
about
over
this.
working on every. She's been
She's
all
been-
over YouTube.
Only film I know is Night School, and that was dead.
Her and
Have
Kevin
you not seen
Hart.
Girls Trip?
Yeah,
No, I
Girls
haven't.
Trip.
Watch Girls Trip.
That's a big film of 2018.
Big. Was it
Big
2018 or was it 2017? It was
No, it's
2017.
I'm so sure it's 18.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
pretty sure, but
Yeah.
don't hold me to it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it though.
Did you
I haven't
not?
seen it.
Watch
You know one
it.
of them films you're saving for the right time.
Yeah. I got it. No. Yeah. I was gonna say something, but it's irrelevant. But yeah, Girls Trip is a good film. Watch it. Tiffany Haddish is her problem. She needs to just find the right roles.
They say that she's a good actor.
She is.
But she's not a good stand-up.
Yeah.
And her script is whitewashed and it all plays on her being ghetto.
And I hate that. She's been put in one lane, and I think she's more capable than that. Like in Night School, she was the best. That film's shit. I will say it now. That film's trash. But every time Tiffany Haddish was there, it was refreshing. It was actually refreshing. It was like finally.
What's it about?
Kevin Hart is some guy who dropped out of high school. Then he has to go back to high school to pass his GED, and Tiffany Haddish is a teacher.
Oh right.
Yeah, and you can tell that some scenes with Tiffany Haddish, they were filmed like on herself, by herself, because scheduling conflicts and shit. Like a lot, you can tell that she's been physically put into the scene. She didn't film it with the rest of the actors.
So she was just talking to no one.
That is so weird.
No, it's not. Actors do it all the time.
Do they?
Yeah.
What, people have that good a green screen?
Yes.
Oh, you mean like actually edited in?
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
they need
shit.
to fix those green screens when they're doing them car scenes in films. Like, I can always see
but
when there's a screen there.
And now, maybe in television, but in films, you'll rarely be able to tell.
It's mainly films, not gonna
That's
lie.
a lie then. What film? I need to actually watch this.
If
for myself.
every single film has a green screen when they're driving the car,
Yeah.
I'll pass that. If some films, I always thought some films were outside, some films were with a green screen, and so I could always know when it's a green screen. Then I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But-
So yeah, CGI is that good, yes.
Yeah.
You can tell that she's been edited in. She wasn't actually. They didn't film it together.
Why did they need to edit her in?
Because she wasn't there on the set day.
Yeah, but
to
why not
shoot.
just record hers on a separate day?
Because
And then
maybe
record his
scheduling
show,
conflicts,
like-
isn't it?
Okay, I see what you mean. But,
That's a weird. I think that's weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's not weird. It's like when like Star Wars. Have you seen Star Wars?
Yeah.
Like when what's her face died. That woman. Princess Leia,
Yeah.
the actress. Can't remember her name.
Oh, like the real one.
Yeah. They.
I did not know she was dead.
When did she die?
I did not know she was dead.
When did she die?
We don't know anything. Boy.
Oh yeah, she dead.
When?
This year? Well, last year.
Yeah, last year. Yeah.
Oh, bless.
Mad. R.I.P. I don't know.
Yeah, she dead.
And what happened in that one?
They I don't know if she finished filming or they just recreated her.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the world's weird now. Recreate people. Like masks.
No, as in they can do that, which they did for another Star Wars film. They had an actor wear a mask, a mold of an actor's face that died.
Oh, I wish
Yeah.
they did that with like Harry Potter.
What for
It
who?
always made me sad when Dumbledore dies. Yeah, Dumbledore. He dies after the first film.
Yeah,
and in the
they-
Chamber of
they-
Secrets.
They
No,
replaced it. He died after the second
after
film.
this Chamber of
Yeah.
Secrets, and then Prisoner of
I,
Azkaban, they got a different
yeah, I
guy.
like the guy they brought in though.
I like
I
it,
never even
but
noticed.
it's weird.
Yeah, I get
When
you.
you watch it, they look
Because he looks
different.
younger. He looks younger. Yeah, old Dumbledore looked old.
Yeah, proper
Yeah.
ancient.
But
Wise.
this guy's moving about a bit. He's got a buck to him. Alright, what else in 2018? Avengers Infinity War, big film.
Best film.
Hey.
What did you think of Black Panther, which obviously is really symbolic, and I love the film, versus Avengers Infinity War? Like, which one did you genuinely think was better?
Infinity War was better.
Okay, good.
But
Good. I felt like I was the only one.
asterisk, Black Panther's overrated.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I watched it again the other day and I realised the
Black
film's
Panther-
actually not that
It's
good.
overrated.
It's got good fighting scenes.
Mm.
No, it doesn't.
No, the fight. No, come on. The
It
fight
does.
scenes are not bad.
No, the good fighting scene is literally the bar scene. You know when it's a continuous shot. And
The
it's like,
bar.
yeah, when
Oh, where they're in the city.
yeah.
Yeah.
The final fight scenes, barring the ones with the rhino was shit because it looked so bad. The fight between Killmonger.
I'm like, have I watched this or
Yeah.
like I thought it was alright.
No, like the CG for the rhinos looked bad. Like, why were they even there? The fight scene with Killmonger was just like anticlimactic. It's like, really, this is how you're gonna go out in a CGI filled fight? No, I want to see you both mask off, really hitting each other and talking about your shit. Like, that's what I wanted, and it's just anticlimactic for me.
I'm not gonna lie. Thinking back, I don't remember half of the stuff that you said. Whereas if you talk about Infinity War, I'd remember it.
See?
Everything.
The
I don't
memorable-
remember the white guy, the bad guy dying, and I don't remember. I don't remember
Who?
Michael
Oh,
B.
He was
Jordan
cool.
dying.
He
I
was.
remember him dying.
I don't.
In the...
Really? Yeah.
The
He kills him.
fucking-
Killmonger kills him, innit?
Yeah.
Ups
In
him.
the place
Kills.
with the cars, I
Yeah,
can't remember what it's called.
I remember all the scenes with Letitia.
Because they were great.
Letitia.
They were
Yeah.
funny.
Her name is Letitia.
Yeah, Letitia Wright.
Yeah. She's
Oh,
proper
Zuri.
good. Proper
I was
rate
like,
her.
what?
Man doesn't even remember
I was
her
like,
name.
Letitia.
Oh my days.
Oh,
Man
okay.
said Zuli. Not
That's her
It's
name.
been a good year for her.
Yeah, it is.
Apparently,
Yeah.
she's one of the highest grossing
Yeah,
female
'cause she was in
actors.
Infinity War and...
Like Mirror as well.
Was
Black
it-
Mirror.
For
Yeah,
like an
she's the
episode,
last.
yeah.
That episode was really good as well.
What episode?
The
I need
one
to,
with the
Black Museum.
Museum of Torture.
oh, I
basically.
actually really need to watch Black Mirror. Apparently it's good.
Have you guys seen that new one?
Yes, I didn't like it.
I didn't like it at all. It's
Have you
weird.
got question?
I think it was a concept, and it was meant to like affect you as a person rather than it be entertaining. Does that make
Is
sense?
it Babadook?
And I think
Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch.
I think when they make it actually like a good episode that's interactive,
Do you know what Bandersnatch reminds me of?
Mm.
Have you heard of Beowulf?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bandersnatch. It's from there. That's what it just reminds me of.
Oh, okay.
Just moving on. Infinity War was better.
It's one of the best films I've seen.
Is the best film I've seen, to be honest.
Yeah, I watched it and
Whatever.
I was like
Oh,
this,
yeah.
and I was like,
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
just
my
constantly.
God.
Say less.
But this person's gonna die, and then it got to the end, and you were just like, you couldn't have ended it any better than that, because I'm gonna be the first person in that cinema when the second one comes out. Like, it was amazing.
So 2019 is going to be a big year for film. Lion King is coming out. Are you excited?
Oh.
How do they film live action?
It's not live action. It's still completely
CGI.
different. Yeah.
I want to know if they
But
get
it's
the
meant
fur
like,
right.
it's
really
just
don't
realistic.
think we
It's
need a
gonna.
live
Have you
action.
seen Jungle Book?
No.
The live. Yeah, they will get. Like Disney have mountains of money. They have metaphorical mountain. I mean, yeah, mountains of money.
Literal.
They have the money to get the shit right.
And does all the fur look real?
It will look
good.
exceptional.
Oh,
I'm telling
cool.
you.
I'll go watch it then.
Have you not seen the
because-
trailer
What?
of Lion King?
Yeah, I have, but I guess it's because these kind of things aren't my generation. It's like, why ruin a good thing? I've always liked the Jungle Book. I've always liked the Lion King. I've always liked Cinderella.
Yeah, we don't
and
need a
now,
live
and
action.
they're just putting things out to make more money. And I understand why, because it needs to be revamped. But
Does it though? When you have the
exactly,
original?
does it?
Like, that's the question.
Does it?
When you have, but that's I'm always in the ballpark of, okay, if they're gonna remake it, cool, let them remake it. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I still have the original. I don't.
Like, imagine a live action Incredibles.
That would be shit.
Exactly.
Be the one.
We don't need the live action.
The reason why some films I don't think would work live action is because like The Incredibles, because a lot of what makes it good is the way it's animated and the way the characters move. Like, as much as CG is good, you will not be able to replicate Elastigirl.
Yeah.
You will not be able to replicate Elastigirl in a live action film and make it look that good.
Or even the new Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't
Like,
be
it just
great.
wouldn't
No
look
one
that
would
good.
be good live action.
What?
Mulan.
That'd be so epic.
Cold.
But it's probably gonna. They're making one. It's coming. It's on the way. Aladdin as well is coming out. Will Smith is the genie.
Aladdin?
Genie.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I thought he was going to be Aladdin. I was like,
Oh, no.
that would be sick.
What? And Jada Pinkett Smith is Jasmine.
Maybe Kim Kardashian will be Jasmine this time.
What?
That's the way the world's
Kim
going.
Kardashian.
That's the way the world's going, and you know it. If Donald Trump is president, then Kim Kardashian could be in the next
Hey,
Jasmine
she
and
got
Aladdin.
wrong.
Shit. Yeah, he's the genie in it, and it's gonna be a big.
Is it American though?
Yeah.
I hate that.
But it's gonna be Asian actors playing.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Not just like
No, not
Shitty
white
ones.
people, not whitewashing.
not
Yeah.
white.
Whitewashing. White.
That's good. I like that. Because, do you know, no, this didn't come out last year in 2018, but Death Note.
Well, you watch anime?
Huh?
You watch anime?
Yeah, a little
Oh,
bit
okay.
here and there.
Ooh.
Okay.
But I watched Death Note on Netflix.
Shit.
The live action one.
No, the non-live action, the anime
Oh,
one.
right.
And I was like,
Overrated.
People
No,
don't
it's
like
still
it.
good.
So that was like one of the first animes I ever
it's
watched.
still good.
Yeah.
But regardless of whether the show's good or not, it's a good concept, whatever.
Yeah, it's a good
And then
concept.
compared to the whitewashing that went under the live action, which just made me want to cry, just made me want to go elsewhere. It's
Oh,
like doing Tokyo Drift with no fucking...
Asian people.
Yeah, what the hell?
Well, hopefully Hollywood will stop with the whitewashing in 2019.
Well, they have to. They're kind of being forced towards it.
But,
But then, do you remember Tropic Thunder?
yeah.
What makes Robert Downey Jr.'s performance in that acceptable versus blackface? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Different
Different times. He done it well as well, to be honest.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, very
But
well.
do we only accept things when they're done well? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we accept things when no. See, that's what I'm gonna say next. Might be a bit mad. I don't know. Like, I think when there's a cultural shift, a lot of stuff that were acceptable before isn't going to be. It's less acceptable now. Like a lot of the stuff we watched in the past, a lot of the TV shows, a lot of the films, a lot of the stuff they did or included in that scene, they might not be able to get away with doing that now. Like they could film it, put it out, and there would be an outrage over it. Like Tropic Thunder, if Tropic Thunder was released now, there'd be outrage over Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface.
Yeah.
Simple. Like, I'm not saying what he did is right, because blackface is wrong. But his performance was fucking.
I didn't have a problem with it.
I
I don't
love
have a
younger
problem with
than
white
that.
chicks.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
But people might have a problem with it now. So, but are we becoming too sensitive, or are we just?
Yes.
Are we
Definitely.
crying? Are we crying wolf too much? Is
No,
everything?
it's both. People should be able to draw the line. It's because there are serious issues which are not being dealt with culturally and like in society and in different countries. That's why people feel. As a comedian, I would feel extra nervous about making certain jokes because everybody wants to get offended.
But that's the point of comedy. Like, I'm always, for me, I like satirical humour. I like humour that looks at the world and reflects it back, but satirises stuff within it and makes fun of it. And for me, if South Park's a perfect example. I love South Park's always pushing the boat out.
But South Park
is not racist. But
wow,
it's not as edgy as it used to be.
It's not. It's not. I think South Park is definitely racist, but not like in a way that I would blame it for being that way because that's what makes the show.
Why is it racist?
It's literally a character called Token Black. Well.
Yeah.
That is funny though because it makes sense. Like,
I find it funny.
But the things that they say are obviously outlandish, and someone did have to come up with the things that they say. Do you know what I mean?
And
so in that sense, but they do it well, and you can't have a problem with it. That's why some people can't watch it because some people can't take the offence. They're like, "Oh, that's not PC." Do you know what I mean? But I personally love South Park.
Yeah, but I think when you shelter yourself from stuff that isn't PC or that isn't correct, you don't learn anything. Like if you actually watch South Park, you learn a lot. Like a lot of the stuff they're very much South Park are neutral. Like they make fun of the left and the right.
It's true.
Like it doesn't matter. Like nothing to them is off limits, and that's what's so funny about it. Like they pick out the complete stupidity from both sides because like the left isn't so right. That like it's just something righteous, and the right is obviously not so right. So like, it's all good, isn't it? South Park's a great show. I recommend watching the later season.
Yeah.
Just kind of fell off for me.
Nah, the later season is still good. It's still good. Yeah. What else? What else is happening in 2019? Or what happened in 2018? Kanye West.
Kanye West.
We talked about that like last week.
Yeah, we talked about Kanye too much.
Yeah.
Did you? What did you say?
It's just
everything that he's crazy.
Yeah,
He's just
absolutely
ridiculous.
He's
the thing,
suffering.
I think the nutshell to put him in is he tries so hard to be different. He doesn't care what he has to do to make himself different. That's what I take from him.
I like that. That's a nice way to
because
summarize him.
it's fine to be different and want to be different, but don't just like be different by force.
He's pushing the boat out
silly.
way too far.
Very silly.
And I think maybe because he's off his meds as well. And he just needs to... Don't get involved in politics in 2019, please, Kanye.
Do you know, yeah, he is. He's probably going to run for president. Speaking of touchy and offensive, do you remember Azealia Banks' performance in Wild 'N Out? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I remember
It was just terrible. That is one of the best shows where you can go on there and say anything to someone and you just have to take on the chin. Like, you're not meant to get offended there.
She was crying or whatever.
And she went there crying, talking about, what did she say? Because he said something about Cardi B, didn't he?
Yeah,
and how she was picked over her, basically.
Something about her being dark skinned.
Yeah, no, it was colorism.
Yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
Clearly the man was saying that Cardi B was picked because she's a better artist, but because she wanted to just throw up her hands and turn it into something that it wasn't.
Here's a outlandish. It might not be outlandish, but Azealia Banks is a better artist than Cardi B.
I think lyrically she is, yeah, but the reason why I can't separate her art from who she is, I do listen to some of her songs here and there, is because the shit that comes out of this woman's mouth is such trash. Yeah. Like, you will drag anyone. You are racist. You're like, you say the meanest things that you should never say. And if you feel that way, you should find a different way to voice your opinion than just call people as he said, sand nigger. Why are you calling Zayn Malik a sand nigger? That's rude. That's so rude.
She's so problematic, and she's a headache in the sense of like, you're so talented, you have so much capability. Like where she is now isn't where she should be. Like if she just kept if she just kept to her music. Like when 212 came out, everyone was like raw, and then she had a couple.
Have you heard her and Pharrell Williams' ATM Jam?
No.
It's one of the best songs you'll ever hear in your life.
She's so goddamn talented. Like, I heard some of her other songs, like the Young Rapunzel song. I was like, damn, she got bars. And I'm just like, look at what you did. Look at what you did with all of that shit. Like,
and that's how you could tell she's so in her own head, because when she went on Wildin' Out and she was meant to be cussing people, and like she's got those lyrics, like, do you know what I mean? She's got fire to her. What did she go and do?
What?
Started spitting her bars in some weird, awkward ass fashion that it didn't fit the whole vibe, was it? And you could tell everyone on the show was just doing it so that she didn't continue crying.
She just needs to go away, you know, sit down.
Not be a keyboard warrior.
Stay away from social media, stay away from the internet, meditate, you know, drink some tea, relax, deep your life for a couple of months, go to the studio, lock yourself, stay away from people, lock your studio with Pharrell, go to Pharrell, be like, yo, my nigga, I need beats, I need fire, let's make music, and then come out in 2020, release some music, just some Migos is coming out next year apparently.
What?
With a new
Culture
album.
3.
Culture 3.
Yes.
With a K or with a C?
With a C. They should stay away as well.
They should make this one with a K. Just saying.
In commemoration of his child.
Like what more could you do to show your wife that you're sorry?
Not go on social media or not put yourself out there. Do it personally. Do it away from the cameras.
Okay,
Not come on the
Do it-
stage while she's
yeah.
performing.
Ruining her moment.
That was
Stealing
the
her
worst
shine.
thing.
He stole her shine.
As a performer, I'm sure you're not nervous because it's what you do, but like you still have to perform to people. And then this man
nigga.
comes up
Call him what
and
he is.
ruins.
This Negro.
Comes on stage and messes up your whole flow
Yeah.
to bring you like £200,000 worth of fucking flowers.
What's that gonna do?
Do you know what I
Nigga,
mean?
you
They're gonna
cheated on me.
die. Boy,
That shit.
she knew what he was.
That's true. She still
She knew
stayed.
what he was.
Mad. Yeah, nah, Migos should stay away this year. We don't need them.
For the whole year.
For the whole
Just
year.
take a break.
Take a break.
What does Takeoff get up to though? Because I
He
know
dropped an album, like,
because
2 months
Quavo
ago.
goes out with Saweetie.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
So
Quavo
some
goes
girl
out with
about
Saweetie.
I
I think she's an
Wifey.
artist.
No,
A rapper
no.
or something, or singer. But I don't know.
No, Icy Wifey. If you heard it, you would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Wifey.
And it's got that song in it.
No idea.
And it's My Neck, My Back. It's sampled from that.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay.
But anyway, she blew this year, and so it's cute that them two are together.
Okay.
And then it's cute that like them two are together and they have a little baby and stuff. But Takeoff, I just don't really hear much
Let
about
Takeoff do him. I like Takeoff quiet.
He took off.
He's the youngest of the three.
Yeah, let him take off somewhere else. But all I'm saying is Migos actually didn't stay away this year. They need to go. They need to go, take a break. 2019, nothing. Apart from Offset's album, because that's already planned.
Supposed to be out last year, even.
Everything,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing, not a peep. Just quiet. Stay away. We
Not
don't
even
need
features.
you. Features, understandable.
Mm.
Anything else? No. No full-length project. Stay the fuck away. 2017, Culture 1. 2018, Culture 2. 2018, solo albums dropping. You've done enough. You've done too much even.
True.
They do need to give it a break.
Yeah.
They need to build up that hype like Rihanna.
Yeah, exactly. Look at Rihanna. Look at our whole Rihanna. How long is she? When was the last
People
time?
are still
Auntie?
begging for
Yeah,
albums
Auntie.
now.
How many
People
years?
have been getting on to her about it. I think it's about 2-3 years.
Look at that. And she's living her best. She's doing all her makeup. She's be like Rihanna. Be more like Rihanna.
Invest in other industries.
Yeah, look at Kendrick. I'm begging for. Wait,
It's Kendrick doing.
It's gonna. I feel like an album's dropping this year, but you know, let it simmer. Let it simmer. Let it cook. I'm waiting on the nigga. J Cole. I don't need no more heat from J Cole. That nigga's the features have been.
Like 1,000.
The niggas. Hey, no, I don't need no more. I'm tired already. Like the 21 Savage feature on a lot. Hey,
I like 21 Savage.
21. Let me clap for 21 Savage
He's doing
because
well.
I was not a fan, but
How did you feel about him doing the slut walk with Amber Rose?
I was proud of a nigga.
Is it?
21. I'm clapping.
Still clapping.
I'm still clapping because 21 is
He real.
nah. 21. Man changes. He rebranded himself. He's like, I'm gonna get rid of all the chains, invest in property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He still raps about the same
Yeah,
sort
but
of shit, you know that,
But
right?
he's making different moves though.
You only just say that because J. Cole's on the album.
No. Oh no, relax. No. Like,
Because if you listen to his previous album, it's still sort of the same.
yeah, but this
content.
on the Metro Boomin album,
The joint
Yeah.
with Offset. And...
No. The No Heroes. No, like heroes. Not all heroes where it came.
Oh, that. Oh, okay.
From then I was like, wow, is this 21 Savage? Yeah, because you know when you hear other
The
songs
whispering section.
and you're not like, you don't like someone or you're not feeling it, and then when you hear them in a different context, it's like, okay. And then when this album came out, I was like, I'm gonna give it a listen, and I listened from start to beginning. I was like, shit, I'm still clapping because this nigga came in hard. And then the J. Cole feature was a surprise because it was.
Because I love when artists do that. They don't put the feature
yeah,
name
and it's
on
like,
the
what?
title. Like, is this J. Cole?
And then that album was just fire from start to beginning. And the song about his mum, I was like, shit, it's just beautiful.
He's never really gone that deep.
Yeah,
you know,
he's
in
like,
his-
I don't know where this came from, so I'm clapping for the nigga. I'm proud of 21. Keep doing this. He's improved.
How would you know if he's improved?
I liked his old album.
Yeah, they were like.
His old album was
Gang
proper good.
I feel like he's improved. From what I
as
like.
As a person or as an
music.
artist?
I think both, maybe. Both. I'm going to go with both.
Alright.
I'm going to go with both. Meek Mill had a big year, came out of prison.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
Made his friends with Drake again.
That's cute, I like that one.
Yeah, they made a song together on his latest album.
Very bad.
Yeah, it was alright.
That's like one
It
of
was
the only
alright.
songs I like.
I didn't like that album as much as his others.
Was he not? I haven't really heard the whole album fully, and I don't think
go hard.
I don't think he went as hard as people would have liked him. Like I'm sure, like people wanted him to talk more about the experiences and talk about what's going on in his life more. But you know what? That's what he chose to make. That's what he chose to make. Lil Wayne finally came out with his album.
Yeah, it was an alright
It was
album.
alright.
I felt like after that long ass break, after
is this what we got?
could have got a bit better.
Yeah, I feel like he needs to mature. Like his next album needs to be more mature because of his age.
I mean, Lil Wayne's Lil Wayne, innit?
Yeah, but like
Can't get at him for being Lil Wayne.
yeah, but like we know you can bar. Like we know.
So what would you like to hear from Lil Wayne then?
Lil Wayne has been through a lot of shit, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Like in his life. I want to hear that. I want to hear you talk about your life.
Hasn't he already talked about that in his previous albums?
No,
yeah,
not a lot. Not like in depth.
The
Like
one
maybe
with She Will and
passing mentions. But I actually want to hear like Lil Wayne going. Like you know, like in 444.
The thing is
I've only listened
though,
to that once.
I
I've
feel
listened
like
to that
Lil
multiple
Wayne does
times.
talk about things, but he talks about them like sideways. He beats around the bush.
Oh
like,
yeah, he's not direct.
He'll talk about how this happened and then this happened, or when I do this, but he won't really talk about literally situations.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get you.
But he's good like at writing bars and stuff. So
he doesn't even
maybe
write.
doesn't he?
Apparently he doesn't write.
Oh, is he a ghostwriter?
No, as in he just comes up. Yeah, he just comes up with the shit.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
He seems like that kind of guy. I rate him.
Who else has had a good year in the music industry? J. Cole's had a good year. Album was good. His wireless performance was good.
The sit down talk with Lil Pump was good.
It was good. The features have been excellent.
Tekashi 6ix9ine's had a good year.
Fuck that nigga. I hope he... I don't even know how I even called him a nigga.
I don't
Fuck
know
him.
how he gets the pass on
How
that.
America is actually cancelled. Like actually, America is cancelled.
It is very
The
well
way
cancelled.
they be uptight about white people saying the N word, but when a Mexican dude says it,
It's fine.
it's fine. It's cool. It's calm. It's cash.
It's whatever. He could go do whatever he wants, apparently. He can R. Kelly this whole thing and no one
Fucking
cares.
hell. R. Kelly's gonna have a great year this year.
When's his trial?
I don't even know. I don't know if is he been arrested on anything.
I don't even know myself.
Like, there's a whole documentary of people coming out. We're gonna talk about this next week, like in depth. There's a whole documentary that's come out 4 episodes deep about people talking about how this guy was sleeping with them at 14, 15, you know, below the
Age of consent.
yeah, and nothing's
But
happened.
then he's still chilling in his house.
He's still
Hasn't been charged
chilling.
with
He's
anything.
like the whole Me Too movement this year has been big.
Wasn't that 2017?
2017,
I think
2018.
it's like crossed over.
But I think this year was like a big push. A lot of people came out.
I think it works on a macro level, but on a micro level, people might feel a bit more liberated to say something. But essentially, if your boss is slapping your bum and you need that job, what are you going to do about it?
It's tight.
It's
tight.
very
It's
tight.
very tight. It's very tight. So But it's important to talk about. Like, it's something that we shouldn't brush on. Like, just it should carry on.
No.
I mean, racial issues are not getting any better.
No, they're not.
They just. I don't even.
Rating.
I don't even think they were any better. It's just that now people can film it. Now people can film interactions. Now
Definitely.
everyone, you get out your phone, you put it on Twitter, you put it on Instagram, it goes viral, and people can see. That's the only difference. I don't think it ever got better. It's just there's no evidence.
No,
now
I agree with that.
There's evidence.
Imagine if everyone had a phone during all of the stuff that used to happen in America.
Oh,
Southern America.
shit.
All of the lynchings and stuff. The stuff you would have seen it every second. Like, even
mad.
in this country, the racism
Yeah.
that goes on, that's been happening for, well, probably like over 100 years, hundreds of years. Because people are just in the way that they are.
People think, like, slavery and sort of civil rights movement are not that, like, far back. They're not that long ago.
No, they're not. Not
Like,
in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, like, black people have only recently, like, within 80, 90 years, have only recently got their freedom. Like, it's not that long ago. There are people who lived
And they're
are still alive today. So, where is it going to go?
I know.
So, it's all mad.
But the thing is, all these recordings and stuff, as good as they are,
They're not doing shit.
they don't do anything. Like, the same police officers that have been recorded doing stuff, or the same people that have been on racial slurs in this country. Well, actually, it happens more in this country because I guess we have, like, the hate speech kind of thing. But in America, nothing really happens to those police officers, suspension or whatever.
They get a pay packet and then they'll probably
Yeah,
find a job
that's
somewhere
how.
else, and that's it, done. Like, it makes me think about all the times where black kids have been killed by police officers and there was no evidence, no one to film it, because at that time no one had a phone camera, no one had a camera just there. So how many kids would have not gone home and their parents would think, oh, shit, they just died, and there's no one being held accountable, and the people that should be held accountable are the ones that are meant to be protecting us, but shit, they're the ones doing the killing. Mad. Donald Trump presidency has gotten even better. Like, 2018, but it's a mad. You have to. It's been a mad year. He said a lot of shit. You know,
I think he's been on a little bit better behaviour in 2018 than he was in 2017.
Has he though?
I think his worst, like, I don't think the things that he's done, but he's been less outspoken.
He's
No?
Nah.
Don't think so.
He said a lot. Like the problem with immigrants, people come.
He banned certain countries, didn't he, from coming into the US?
Yeah, I can't even speak right now.
Like Yemen and stuff.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, the border between Mexico and America, people cross over. They're illegal. They're illegal aliens. I never understood what Americans...
Is it an actual border with, like, a fence, or is it just literally, like, one of those invisible...
No, in parts there's fences.
Yeah,
in parts there's not, because you can't... It's too much money to cover all that land.
And he wants to build a wall.
Yeah, when he wants to build a wall. It's too much money. So, basically, he's been separating families. So, he's separating parents from their kids. And the kids have been put into... you might as well call it a concentration camp. That's what you might as well call it. They've been put in little tents in shit, separated from their mums and dads. We're talking about like 12, 10-year-olds. Like, that's ridiculous.
But why? So their parents could get sent back to Mexico? Or
It's so that they can go through the whole, like, immigration process and that as well, I think. But it's just a mad situation. You don't think, it's the 21st century, it's 2018, now 2019. Why is this shit happening?
In China, they have concentration camps in quote marks for Muslims.
Yeah. Like, there's so much...
Quiet about that.
Yeah, there's so much evil in the world, but because we're far from it, and our news isn't going to report on it because it doesn't directly affect us.
Yeah. It's just something else that you scroll past.
Yeah. Like, even, like, all the shootings that happen in America, only, like, the major ones get reported on. The smaller ones don't, because it's not newsworthy, or newsworthy internationally.
Yeah.
Like...
You wouldn't hear about every stabbing in London.
Yeah, I mean, we've started the year with no school shootings in America.
What's that?
no school shootings.
Oh, school. I thought you
Yeah.
said screw. I was like, what's a
Oh, no.
screw shooting?
No.
This is a new type.
No, so I'm gonna clap for America.
Yeah,
It's
that's
been
good.
how many days?
Yeah, I've always wondered how I survive out there. I'd be
Six-
on edge all the time.
It's
like,
6
I need-
days and no school shootings, no mass shootings, nothing. So that's good. I mean, how no, but like 2018. How long did they even last before the first one?
Oh
It
boy,
wasn't a
I don't
day.
know.
I swear they had like one every day for like the first
Yeah,
Week.
for like the first week.
it was
Why?
mad. It was mad. Like, but I'm. It's one of them ones where me personally, I'm done. Like, I'm done trying to. Not even understand. I'm just done with that. With talking about guns in America, because it's just gonna fall on deaf ears.
It's
It-
too ingrained in their society.
Yeah,
it's impossible.
it's
It's
a
like
culture.
taking
Can't
away.
take their guns away.
It's like
Mm.
taking away money. They just can't see a way of life without it.
It's it's legit a culture out there. It's not like a small thing. It's like there's billions of dollars like involved in it. Yeah. Let's end on some good news.
What good news? Fortnite is still at the top of the best
Fortnite.
game.
I can't wait to like,
2018.
I'm waiting for
Do
it
you
to
play
get
it?
sued. No, I don't.
Do you play Fortnite?
Yeah. I like Fortnite. I do like Fortnite.
Are you good at it?
Well, I don't
How
hate
many
it.
I'm
victories do you
okay
have?
with how many what?
How many
Oh,
victories?
Battle
Royale.
Royale victories.
Yeah.
I don't know, unfortunately. Probably 0 in solo, but probably quite a few in the other ones.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Pretty mad.
I've played it once.
Played it like 3 times. I forget every time I come onto it.
why do you not like it? You
I
just
don't
don't
know,
like
I
it because
just-
it's popular.
Oh no, I'm
A
not that
bit
type of
of
person.
that, like I feel like it's just been pushed towards me, and I don't want to play it because at the beginning I just saw it everywhere, and I was like, I don't want to
No,
jump on this.
I don't play it because it's not even because it's popular. Because I play Call of Duty and FIFA. Well, I did. I stopped playing now, but like, I just don't like the
Game.
game. Yeah, literally just don't like.
I
the
like
game.
it because it's like you can shoot and do everything you do in Call of Duty, but then you can build
Yeah.
and jump and
I ju-
fly
but to
and
me-
fly planes.
Yeah, I just
and
like the
quad bikes.
I just like the building. I just like the shooting. I
Oh,
just
you
want
like
to shoot.
Yeah.
I just want to shoot. I just want to shoot.
Yeah, but it's annoying. Like, have you played the new Call of Duty, which came
No,
out in
it's fucking
2018? Actually,
shit.
No.
the Blackout. Whew, like, what's going on with that?
Is
that
What
like
is going
Battle
on with
Royale?
that?
That's about where
Yeah,
you're
but the thing is, with Fortnite, it works because
Mm.
you'll go 20 minutes, not see anyone, come across someone, you can build and defend yourself.
Yeah.
In the Blackout, you're just getting shot, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that was a great game.
I've been watching A Online play
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Do you know what A Online is?
No.
No, skip
oh.
those videos.
Old school YouTuber. He's back now. So I've been watching. Like, it's entertaining to watch. Let me not lie. Like when he plays, he's very like it's entertaining because it's very intense. Like when you're in a shootout 1-on-1
Yeah.
and you have to build, you have to outsmart your.
I've never
But-
watched people online playing
Oh
games.
yeah. Oh really?
It's just not something I'm into. It's just,
Ah.
I'd rather play the game, but maybe I'll get into it now.
Yeah, it's very entertaining to watch him. And he's like he's trying to outsmart them. And it's like his reaction when he kills them or when he doesn't kill them. It's good. But I just don't. I don't get it. Like I'd rather just kill someone. Like why am I gonna build? I'll just kill you. let's have a shootout. Who's
Because they're shooting you, you don't know where they are, you need to build to give yourself a second to just like readjust your life.
like when I used to play Call of Duty a lot, like that was the whole like I would go around the map. I would start picking people
You
out.
can respawn though, that's the difference.
Yeah, I'd just start picking people out. I rarely died though, so.
Fair enough, alright.
Is he flexing?
A really good thing of 2018, which if we all remember,
Yeah.
was the summertime.
The summer
the best
was
summer.
Yeah, summer was
Like
long.
30 degrees
Yes.
for like 2 months.
Did you go wireless?
I did go wireless.
Wireless was
I
great.
went on the best day when they brought out Drizzy. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
I was on that day as
I
well.
was literally, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
There's so many people on that day.
Yeah.
I think that's like the most packed it's ever been.
Really?
Yeah.
Couldn't care less.
Do you know what the funniest thing is? I felt like after they removed all of the headline acts because Cardi B dropped out because she was pregnant, DJ Khaled couldn't be
Just-
bothered, to turn up.
He has, what is it? He doesn't like flying, does he?
And
Sorry, we got
you
Drake
knew
this time.
about it from time ago. Don't call up 2 days before when you're on
I
holiday
think-
talking about you can't turn
No,
up.
do you know what? That DJ Khaled thing was bullshit. It was always going to be Drake. I'm telling you that now.
He must have cancelled like a long time ago. Like
Yeah,
he wouldn't have.
they
They
just-
told us like 2 days before.
No, I
don't think he
I think it was
has.
just I honestly think there's no way, like, wireless is something you actually have to plan in advance, like, because people have the security details,
Okay.
all of that.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt them, but I just felt rude. It's one of them was where I feel like Drake, he like proper fucks with London, like he proper fucks with our culture.
Vulture.
And no, he's not a vulture.
Man,
He's just
come on.
he just likes he's
Canadian.
He likes to explore different things. Like he's a creative person. Like
Vulture.
okay, he takes a few words from here and there and
You can say
everywhere.
he's a vulture because of the Spanish song.
Obviously,
That's-
Drake, like, if you want to come onto the podcast, that's cool. I like you.
We like you over here.
Put it out to you. Let's
Yeah.
sum over here.
But, like, you're like,
But
you're still a vulture.
he fucks with our culture, innit? So if your good friend Gigs calls you up and is like, yo, can you do this show? And everyone that you like
Nigga did
and
not
love you
call
back.
up no one.
No, but I'm just saying that it didn't have to be done weeks in advance for Drake to want to pull up to Wireless. That's all I'm saying.
I think Wireless knew Wireless knew Khaled wasn't gonna come. They left his name there and they wanted to surprise people with Drake, because that was a moment that was like everyone was like, shit, it's Drake. Imagine, like, when you know someone's gonna be there, like, you're still buzzed, but like, imagine now being surprised with someone like Drake. Like,
yeah.
imagine how mad.
It was only speculation though.
Yeah,
At first, you know? Like, we
but-
only fully know when the flag, when
Yeah,
the flag
exactly.
came down.
See,
Did I even notice this? I don't know. I was like far on the right in it, so I was kind of I could see him, but I couldn't see.
so now imagine, yeah, like, you're there and all of a sudden Drake comes out. Like, you're speculating, but you're not too sure, you're 50-50, and then boom, he's there. People are gonna go mad.
It's true.
So they knew from time Drake
I
that
was
Drake was
mad.
gonna perform.
I was mad. Cardi wasn't there though. That let me
Yeah.
down. You say but like that's one way to get a crowd pumped. And sorry, talking about crowd pumping, Cardi B's new album dropped just before. Drake's album dropped just before he did his set at Wireless, and that was great.
Yeah, that's true. And people knew
you
the
ready?
words to the song so quickly. Song of the year, one of the songs of the year, Sicko Mode. I'll keep pushing this. I'll legit keep pushing this.
I don't
Sicko
know.
Mode.
I really like the beginning of the song. And the beat changes.
Yeah.
And I don't like the other half as much.
You don't like Drake's half?
No.
I like that because not a lot of people.
I like
Everyone
it.
likes Drake's half. Everyone likes it. And at clubs, they start from Drake's bit and end with Travis's
It's
bit.
not
I
the
like
best
the
bit.
start. The start is so hard.
It is. I like the song. But
The second part is
really good.
most memorable though.
Yeah, because it's the
Off the top
catchiest.
of my head, I
It's
can't
the
remember the
catchiest.
first part.
Yeah, because the catchiest has the most actual
Yeah.
amount of words. Drake's part is very similar. It's like, what is it? Crept down the block.
Yeah.
Took a right. Yeah. Da, 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 da. It's like the simplest flow. It's the simplest flow. Niggas think it's sweet. Yeah.
He's alright.
What, Drake?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
alright.
honestly, did he have a good year this year?
Not as good as his year when One Dance and all of that came out. That was a
Yeah,
good-
but that was a
good
shit
year.
album.
Yeah, it was a
That
shit.
a
Views
trash
was
album.
kind of dead.
I like that song though.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
One Dance.
You like the
But
song?
one
like
one
that.
dance was better with popcorn in it.
I don't think I heard that.
The
But I
original.
might have heard it.
Oh man.
That's terrible of me. I
Yeah,
thought-
One
I
Dance
thought
with
I
popcorn is better. Nah, Drake had a good year for singles, but as in the project as a whole,
He had a good year for Body Goals.
it washed me. But Drake,
Yeah.
he was really looking like Champagne Pappy this year.
Oi, listen, you would never know that under all of that loose, baggy clothing that he wears that he's got that body. He should
Nah, I
really...
could already tell he was hench.
You can, but you wouldn't think he's
Yeah.
got that belly though.
His
Do you know what I
belly-
mean?
but
His
his
belly
belly's
is
not even-
chiseled.
It's not even that chiseled.
It's
It's
not that
it's
chiseled.
pretty
It's
chiseled.
It's not that. It's like if you go, if it's like if I went gym for like a good couple of months, I would have.
Not
like,
even a couple of months.
Yeah, like if I
Less
went.
than a month.
Yeah, like I'm fine. It's easier for me because I've got less fat to work off, I guess.
Well, he's thick in it. He had
Yeah,
a lot to work with.
But
He
I'm
was-
telling
he
you,
is thick. He's a
it's
big,
that-
thick guy.
One thing
not
I
in a
will
bad
say,
way.
one thing I will say, is that beard. That beard does a lot for the nigga.
Remember when people thought that it was taped on?
No, I am dead. I never had this.
There was like
It's
a
mad.
picture and it looked like his beard was peeling off.
The internet is mad. The internet is mad.
That is hilarious.
That's what this episode is called. The internet is mad.
Do you know who's had a good transformation Tuesday?
Who?
Was Khalifa.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's chiseled.
Exactly.
No, that nigga there is chiseled. And I love the cute relationship with his son.
Oh,
It's so-
Sebastian. Yeah, that's cute,
an excellent
man.
name. Sebastian. That's an excellent name. Upper echelon.
I do like that.
Sebastian. Reminds me of Sebastian from Little Mermaid. Under the sea. Hey. They should never remake that film.
Yeah, never.
Because it's too
never.
difficult.
It's the best film in the world. Don't even bother.
Great film. But yeah, Drake's beard does a lot for him. Before the beard, that was a different person. Honestly, different person.
He was a different person. He was always quite not that guy.
Yeah, now he's that guy
And
because
now
of the
he
beard.
is that guy.
Because of the beard.
But he's also not that guy. I can't explain. It's a weird one.
I see
with
what you
Drake.
mean. I see what you mean, though.
Because he's too corny.
Like that camera died for like the last 15 minutes.
No, because we've been using. Is it still recording now?
Yeah. Love Island was good this year. I watched
You
it.
guys can talk. I
mean, Love Island, once again, visual representations of, like, anyone that's not white. What is that all about? Like...
Wait, what?
I don't watch it.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, the diversity on the show was just
terrible.
appalling.
But I think there was a mixed race, wasn't? Or was that?
No. This is the problem I had. So, people of color in the show, there was like 4, 5, I don't know, and the 2 mixed race guys stayed in for the whole thing, and they were loved by the public. They were loved by all the girls. But then the one black girl, no one liked her. No one would pick her. They'd talk to her for a bit.
What's her name?
Talk to her, Samira.
I've seen her on Insta still.
Yeah.
And
she's
excellent.
Shut off again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
But she's very pretty, and I think that the way that the show dealt with that whole issue was just terrible.
Why is it an issue though? If the guys didn't like her, why is that an issue?
Because the show should have put in people that would have preferred her. Because the whole point is to find love. But if you're putting in people that like people like Laura or Megan, then they're not going to go for some... Yeah.
Because she's black.
I don't think... Do you think the show could actually like do something about that though?
Yeah,
you've got 85,000 applications with like preferences, things that you like about someone, like she's a dancer, she's in West End, she does shows, like all of these things. If they can find people for someone like Adam, they can fucking find someone for her. Do you know what I mean? There is something they can do about it. On top of that, put in someone of colour. Mm-hmm.
They did though, near the end.
What, Idris? He was ridiculous.
What's wrong with Idris?
He was like a black guy from Birmingham.
He's never going to find somebody attractive.
It wasn't even that. It was just that he was so full of himself.
Oh,
he was like, not a lad, but he was just
Was
like...
he wham?
He was wham. And he did a fireman striptease.
Oh
yeah.
Was Samira still
It was
in it at this
amazing.
point?
Yeah, she was in it the whole
Yeah.
time.
Mad.
Somehow scraped by.
Idris, I'm sure he's Nigerian.
I don't actually know. I don't know what his surname
I'm
was.
honest. I'm 100%
How is
sure.
Idris is a Nigerian name?
I know many Idris. I'm sure he's Nigerian. I'm
I
positive.
thought it was like a Syrian.
No, I'm
Yeah.
positive he's Nigerian. Positive.
I don't know. He's from Birmingham.
I'm just positive.
Birmingham.
I'm actually just positive he's Nigerian.
But yeah,
We should talk about your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
What time is?
So like last.
Yeah, let's plug it. Plug your YouTube channel.
So my YouTube channel is Testing Gender Stereotypes in Society, which is a lot harder to put into practice, and we just look at like certain issues to do with gender and just kind of like, I don't know, create videos that would make people think about it and just reconsider how they might have gender. And something that I've learned through doing it is gender is really just like inconsistent, and people have become closer in gender but more divided in the way that they treat each other.
Mad.
I need to deep that.
Yeah, you might need a second.
Yeah.
We've come closer. We all do the same things. Like women can wear trousers, men can wear a skirt if he wants to. But
It can, but it's not
So
as
shit.
accepted as
No,
women wearing
but-
trousers.
I don't know, from in the past.
Yeah, compared to the past. I
It's
get what you're
very
saying, yeah.
different.
Okay.
Like, I could be the CEO of a company, even
Yeah.
100 years ago, that wasn't possible. Less than
What?
100 years ago.
A woman?
I couldn't even
Nah.
vote.
Mm.
So our roles are so similar, but we just treat each other so differently. And I think it's meme culture, personally.
Meme culture.
Yeah. Meme culture is a thing. Apparently, when you look at memes and stuff, they become life.
I look at a lot of memes. I can't lie.
Like, okay, for example, like, if you saw a meme and you know that guy whose face is like,
Yeah.
and it's like, when you see your friend cheating on her man and the person's like, but you don't do anything.
Yeah. Do you
And
know
so
what it
next
is?
time you see your friend
You're
do it, you're
gonna
going to
do
be
that.
like,
Oh, okay.
Do you know what? It replicates. Like you start replicating what you see in meme because that a meme is like words. It captures a feeling. It captures a moment that we've all like cognitively we know what that is. Like when you see Mr. Krabs and with the spiral
You're
thing,
just-
yeah, you know that means
No.
exactly. You know what it connotes, innit?
Mm.
So like all the connotations to memes, yeah, we already know. I don't know how we know, but we know. Like we see it. It's explained to us, and then in real life, all we have to do is do the face or do that or make
it
reference
puts a
to it.
picture to how you've been feeling like for however many years.
So the whole time.
Jeez. Yeah, what else do you do on the channel?
Did you say the name of the channel?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
actually.
say the name.
I'm sorry, it's called the double standards. So the double standards that people would have in gender. Yeah, it's a tough one. Gender's a really tough one.
Gender been tough.
Gender's been tough, exactly.
Been tough.
And like, I don't know, women are just... People say that women want equality more than they would say that men want equality. Do you know what I mean? But...
I think men are likely... No.
Well, they have equality, you would say,
No.
wouldn't you? But women aim to have equality.
Men think we're... No. See, there's a... Actually, we'll save this for next week or something. Do you want to come back next week?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
Because I'm gonna talk about how... I'll save it for next week. And
Teaser.
R. Kelly-
Give them a
Anything
teaser.
to do with equality,
okay.
I said the same for next
Alright,
week.
so I will give you a teaser. I would say
You're
in this,
annoying.
the same patriarchal society
Oh,
that suppresses women also suppresses men.
leave it at that.
I'll leave it at that.
Leave you lots to deep that.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Deep it. It's the same.
Say it one more time.
The same patriarchal society that suppresses women also suppresses men.
Oh, I agree with that.
See?
I agree with that.
Okay.
So yeah, deep that. Do whatever you want with that information. We'll talk about it next week. Next week we're talking about R. Kelly. So
Yeah.
guys, watch the documentary.
It's going to be a great
I recommend-
I
episode.
didn't tell them to watch the documentary. That's like a 6-hour thing.
Fam, I watched it last night. and
It's
this morning.
interesting, though. If you're listening to this, you
Yeah.
should be interested in the world that's out there.
Exactly.
Okay.
So thank you for listening and watching. Is the camera's not on?
It's
is it?
not on, the temperature is too high.
I really just turned around. We need to.
I was trying to say bye to the camera.
Say
It's
bye
not
to the
recording.
Bye.
So when I'm editing this, it's gonna be dark.
Yeah.
I'll just have to put like them audio waves. Just
Yeah.
do
Or
whatever.
put a meme there or
Yeah.
something.
No,
I'll put 'em
just repeat the video from the beginning.
What?
So people know.
Or you could just make a gif of us Millie rocking and just put that as
Yeah.
over the top.
Or just doing this.
Just-
So yeah. Thank you for listening. I said that already.
yeah.
Fuck
See you
off.
next
you.
week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye bye.